Vintage Fan Collector 1939. Here I have a very special video for you. This is a tour of my bedroom that has all of my vintage fans and where I sleep at night. I painted in here, and you can probably tell because the pictures aren't hanging up. There's usually pictures on the wall, but the paint is all dry in here. It looks really nice. This is called a halcyon green color. Um, and it looks really, really nice in here. These curtains I got from Walmart. They're blackout curtains. And all the furniture in here, some of it's vintage, like my dresser, and my nightstand is also vintage. Um, this big shelf right here is homemade. It was homemade. Has all my fans on it. And yes, for obvious safety reasons, I did um, bolt or anchor this to the wall with these brackets right here, one right here, and one right here. So it's safe now. It's not going anywhere. I can pull on it and it's not going anywhere. Same thing for this one. This one was homemade. I also bolted or anchored this to the wall because I don't want this. I would have hated for this to fall over and then all these fans fall off and get damaged. So I put one of these things, like on the other one. I put one of these on here. It's in a stud. This one's also not going anywhere. I can pull on it and it is not going anywhere. I mean, it is solid there. Here's my other fans. Whoa, hang on. I thought this fan was trying to touch up against this one as I was moving it. This shelf right here I've had for years. I bought it off Amazon. It was anchored to the wall as well. As a vintage Guild clock radio. That's what this door is for. There's radio controls hidden behind it. This has been in my family for a very long time. The clock was it was messed up for a very long time. Like eventually it would just stop. Was I showing this clock radio? This radio does work. Give it a listen. Or it's from 1967, I think. So I guess it's 58 years old and it still works. 59 years old. Hang on, I gotta get my microphone off. Yeah, it's 50. Let me pause it real quick. All right, I don't want to get copyrighted. I'm going to turn this off. But you get the point. It works. I sure hope I don't get copyrighted for showing um the this radio and this one. I was gonna say for showing these two radios. But this radio that's got a TV on it, it does work. All right, let's go to YouTube. This TV does work. I'll turn the brightness up just a little bit. All right, I'm on my Vintage Fan Collector 1939 account here. Go to my videos. Hello? Hold on a minute. Well, there we go. Let's turn it up just a little bit. Watch this one that I made yesterday. 8-inch single speed off Vintage Fan Collector 1939. Here is a 1936 GE 8-inch single speed oscillating table fan, model number 42X548. All right, you get the point. It works. This one also does, but we'll do a separate video on just this TV. But I have a Nintendo Switch in here I can hook up to this. I have a little HDMI box back here. So yeah. Here's a vintage lamp I got. This lamp has been in the workshop for who knows how long. I finally got a lampshade for it. Here's the GE fan display, which I showed that. That's my GE standard fan that I restored. See these radios right here? These are all General Electric. They work too. This one was from an estate sale 3 years ago, I think, with that fan. Yeah, it was with that fan and what else? Yeah, that radio came with the fan. This fan down here. And I also got this little interesting Duracraft fan. And there's the GE that I showed yesterday in yesterday's video. The Zero fan that I showed like 5 months ago. I don't know. I'll have to check back and we can maybe look back, look and go see. This is a Panasonic fan. I don't know if I've made a video on that or not. We'll see. Here's a bunch of other antiques right here. This one's not really an antique. It's a General Electric, a 1970s or 80s General Electric hand mixer. Um, it works quite nicely. I rarely use it though. These beaters are from a different one, a different hand mixer, but they fit this perfectly. So I decided to use that. I don't know where the original what the original beaters would have looked like on this thing, but it does work. I've actually used it before, and this is a vintage 1950s. I think it is. I think it's 50s. Um, what is this thing? Hang on. Stimulax Junior. Um, massager from the 50s, like I said. 110 to 120 volts, AC or DC, 45 watts. 110 to 120 volts, like it says on there. It's got a 1-speed toggle switch. A on-off toggle switch right there. It works really nice. Now I figured it's got a brushed motor on it since it has a AC or DC. This is a cool spot. 6-inch fan that I showed. Um, that one's really cool. This one, I used it in my first ever upload to YouTube. This one is a Wrightwood electric 8-inch stationary desk fan, single speed from the 40s. This is a GE strap from the 60s. GE strap fan from the 1960s. I know one of my viewers, one of my subscribers, asked about this fan and said that they had a similar version of this, um, and it was really quiet. Used it for years. All right. That one, this GE strap fan, I made a video on that. I know it. Here's some fans I know about, that I've made a video on before. This is a Galaxy 12-inch box fan, or the mini box fan. This is my Sears Hassock fan. This is a Fasco. I don't know what the model is. I don't think I've made a video on this one at all. But it's probably like a K12 or something. I don't know. K123A. I know one of the fan collectors has one of these. And theirs is a 16-inch. Model K163A. I guess 16 is 16 inches. This is a 10-inch GE Vortal X from 1947. All the fans, and up here is my radios, clock radios. This one, whoa, whatever. Sony, Dream Machine digital clock radio from, I think, the 90s. I don't know what year that clock radio is. This one, GE from 1999. This GE from 1979. It works. This one works. turn that off before I get a copyright. Hopefully, I don't get copyright for showing these radios. This one is a GME. I don't know what that stands for. AM FM battery powered radio from 1991. It says there's a sticker on here that or information on there that says something about it. It says September of 1991. Um, it does work. I actually used this during a power outage once. It did really nice. It even has a siren on it. I'll let you hear it. That is just very loud, isn't it? Um, this GE clock radio, it does up here, it does work. Static. FM. Ugh. Oh my goodness. I hope nobody heard that. I don't know what model that radio is, but it does have a flashlight on it as well. Yes, it is incandescent because this is an older 1980s style radio. I use that for power outages only, so it just sits here on display. This is a GE 16-inch oscillating table fan model F10F16A. If I can find one, like a 12-inch version of this somewhere, um, I will get it. GE actually made a blue version that was a 12-inch. Um, it had blue blades, blue control panel. The buttons were blue. Found that one on eBay, but I didn't get it for some reason. Probably missed out on that deal, but I don't know. I'll find a brown one like this one day. I actually had one of these and something bad happened to it. And the 12-inch brown one that I had, something happened to it. And sadly, I don't have that one anymore. Um, but here is a interesting Kenmore, Sears Kenmore table fan. This is a variable speed model. I don't run this one because the switch on it is flaky. I don't run it at all. It's got one of these variable speed switches on it. It's like a slide switch. You just slide it. This is a very rare fan. If anybody can let me know where do I get a parts fan that has a good switch like this, I can replace this switch with a good one from the parts fan so that I can use this again. And the oscillator screw is the wrong type back there. Well, you know, it's supposed to be where I can, where you can tighten, move the arm all the way to this position right here, and that makes it oscillate. But you have to unscrew a little thing and then move it to the very far position to the right, and that makes it oscillate. getting 20 minutes long, but that's fine. Emerson Electric, that somebody gave me. My daddy actually gave that to me because one of his friends found it at an estate sale and he didn't want it, so he said, "Hey, you can have it." And yeah, now it's in my collection. And it works really nice. It's from 1955. Um, yeah, this is um a GE telephone right here. This is a Robbins and Myers 16-inch fan from the 1930s or 40s. It looks 40s to me. What do you guys think? 1940s? That's what I'm thinking. If anyone can find out a exact year for this, I'd love to know. Casablanca Zephyr from 2000s. Um, this is a 16-inch GE Vortal X right here. I've had it for years. Spring air fan. Oh, I forgot to mention this phone and this piggy bank right here in the GE monitor top fridge. I have a video one. It's a YouTube short. That flashlight, I don't know where I can get a battery. If anybody knows, let me know. It takes a lantern battery. It's from the 70s, and I've also had that for a very long time. It actually came in one of the rooms in one of my in my house. And here's the telephone. That also works. There's my weather station thing and a GE boom box right here with a double cassette player and some vintage toys down here. Had those for a very long time. Electrical outlet I wired up for anything. Plugged into a GE power strip down there with the clock up there. What should I do? We're gonna do the Galaxy up here. This fan works really nice. The oscillator works really nice. I did a video on this one. It's on stationary, obviously, because of this clock. 12-inch oscillating fan, low speed, medium, high, off. It works really nice. Hunter Zephyr, all these fans work really nice. This is a 2450B from 1941. 1931 Emerson 29646. These fans were designed to run all day and all night in businesses, other offices and different places. This one, I got this, like I said, when I was making that video of it, I got it from my neighbor. It works. Whoa, this is my first vintage fan. Anyway, yeah, there's everything in here. Everything looks good in here. I like it. I'll get the pictures hung up someday, but there's everything in here. This is a 50s GE strap fan. Some 1980s fans. This is a 40s Eskimo. That's what I used in my how to oil a vintage fan video. How to oil a vintage fan. You'll see me oiling this one. There it is, the animal fans. Frog and a cat fan. Wow. This one, I know one of the fan collectors. I did a video on this before. They wanted to see it running, or just see it. And that video turned out pretty good. Wow. And yeah, I mean, there's everything in here. If I have more to show, I will. Um, there's the candlestick telephone right here, Western Electric. I think it's from the 30s because of this dial right here and the felt and everything. It works really nice, or it doesn't work at all. The dial works, but the handset and the what else is missing? The line cord. Yeah, all that's missing. Yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to show for you today. All right, let's go ahead and, I guess, end this video. So, like, share, comment, and subscribe to Vintage Fan Collector 1939. Wait, didn't I show these cool things right here before I leave? All right, those are some old bottles. Start and collect those. Some piggy banks and whatnot in here. Anyway, bye.